Parents are warned to check their kids' candy.
But did you know that warning began due to a tragedy in the Houston area 50 years ago today?
Welcome back to Crimetober. Halloween is about costumes, fun, and candy, all the things children love. But in 1974, a father would change this holiday into a nightmare. This story focuses on Ronald O'Bryan, also known as Candyman, and the man who ruined Halloween. Ronald O'Bryan lived in Deer Park, Texas. He was married and had 2 children, 8-year-old Timothy and 5-year-old Elizabeth. Ronald was known in the community as an optician, a church deacon, and a family man. But beneath the surface, he was drowning in debt and desperate for money. So on Halloween night, 1974, Ronald takes his family out to a nearby neighborhood to go trick-or-treating. All the fun things that children love. Now, when they go to one house, no one answers the door, but Ronald decides to stay back. And as the children go off to another door to do their trick-or-treating. And when Ronald came up to the family, he was holding 5 Pixy Stix. Later that night, Timothy wanted one of the Pixy Stix that his father had. So his dad gives him one. Little did Timothy know that these Pixy Stix were actually poison. Within moments of eating it, Timothy described it tasting very bitter. He began to throw up, very compulse-like. And unfortunately, within an hour, Timothy would be dead.
Most of today's testimony came from Jimmy Bates, a close friend of the O'Bryan family. Bates said that before Halloween, O'Bryan asked if he could bring his children over to trick-or-treat with the Bates children on Halloween night. Both families ate dinner together, and then the fathers took the children trick-or-treating. Bates said O'Bryan went to one house where no one appeared to be home, and after the children had scampered ahead to the next house, O'Bryan came off the front porch carrying the Pixy Stix. He gave the Pixy Stix to the children and then later took them back and said he wanted to stop at his car for a moment. Bates said when O'Bryan came back into the Bates house, he returned the Pixy Stix to the children. Later that night, Timothy O'Bryan died from eating a poisoned Pixy Stick.
So the medical examiner began to review the Pixy Stix. He determined that the Pixy Stix were poisoned with cyanide. These Pixy Stix were filled to kill a lot of people. So whoever poisoned them was trying to take out a lot of people within a sparse time. The community went into a panic. And this is very typical. As you know, word travels fast when it comes to Halloween candy being poisoned. So they were afraid that many other candies that they received from trick-or-treating could also be poisoned. So as the investigation goes on, police realized something strange was going on. They realized that no one else had received Pixy Stix from trick-or-treating, and only Ronald had Pixy Stix. So when investigators dug a little bit deeper, they began to see a bigger picture of who exactly Ronald O'Bryan was and the secrets that he was hiding. They realized he had life insurance policies out on both of his children, equaling to $10,000 apiece, but in total, being about $60,000. They also realized he was in thousands of dollars of debt and that he also reached out to a lot of his family and friends for money to help him with his financial struggle. It had become very clear to the investigators that Ronald O'Bryan poisoned his children and tried to poison other children as a cover-up. So in 1975, Ronald was convicted of capital murder and 4 counts of attempted murder regarding the Pixy Stix, because he did actually hand out 4 others, but no other children was sick from these Pixy Stix. Thank gosh. He was sentenced to death, as he should. So on March 31st, 1984, Ronald O'Bryan was executed by lethal injection, and those outside of the prison began to chant trick or treat. The story behind Ronald O'Bryan became a sensation about Halloween candy, how we viewed Halloween candy, and being as though that someone's own father would try to poison, well, he did poison one of his children, but potentially poison other children's in the aftermath of his own financial burden. Ronald O'Bryan betrayed the ultimate trust. A parent, your child wanting candy, and you simply give him the candy, all because You are so deep in a financial burden that you would do anything to escape it, and even sacrificing your own child and many others in the process. Ronald O'Bryan will be looked as the man who killed Halloween that year because he decided to do, like I said, the ultimate betrayal and kill the happiness about Halloween. Although it's a spooky day, it's also a fun day where many children cannot wait to see how much candy they receive from those in their neighborhood. I will say, I think that Ronald O'Bryan put it into perspective for other parents that you should be checking your children's candy as you always should. And I think that's why, even as I was a child, our parents would check our candy, because of the myth that is actually real, that some people will take it upon themselves to poison candy because they just don't care. It's a sick, cruel, evil joke that should not have a place. They should definitely be bye-bye, death penalty. Because why do you want to take one little moment from children that just want to have that day of happiness, of candy, costumes, and fun? That is the story of Ronald O'Bryan. He is kind of like an urban legend from what I've read, but it also lets you know to check your children's candy this upcoming Halloween season just to be safe, because you never know what is lurking out there. Just as well as how Ronald O'Bryan was, despite his own children. Like, how do you do that to your own child? Like, what is wrong with you? But I will see you guys. Drop your thoughts in the comments and let me know what you think about Ronald O'Bryan. Until tomorrow, I'll see you guys.